But most horses tend to learn quicker than most humans. And sometimes, especially you, horses get a little frustrated that we're not actually going fast enough. Oh, that was a bit of a scoop, wasn't it? Hey, okay. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Right. Now we're at home with the towel, we'll go on to the next thing. This is, of course, the rug itself. Now we have to say straight away that as a general rule, Phaedra isn't rugged. We prefer our horses to stay warm in the winter months just by using their natural coat. And you can see that she's covered in a very good layer of hair, which will protect her from the coldest weather. Rugs are mostly put on horses that have been clipped, or through fashion. People will say, oh, you really should rug your horse in the winter. And of course, absolutely, it's not true to say that. Horses have been surviving in winters on their own, unaided by human beings, for longer than we've been around. Oh, you finished the lesson, have you? Decided to go and see Leo. Now, how you actually get your rug on your horse depends on several factors, not the least the size of your horse and your physical size too. If you're working with a horse's back is up here somewhere and you're down here, it's actually quite hard to slide the rug in. And some people use a method sort of like this. Whoa! And cover the whole horse in one go, which is fair enough. But just remember, if you do choose to use that method, then you're going to be hit by flailing straps with toggles and all sorts of things on them. Okay. Usually, it's almost impossible to allow a New Zealand rug or a well-padded rug to expand out of your hand in the way that the duster and the towel do. So sometimes, just gently unwrapping the rug on the horse's back is the best way to go. But remember, when you get the rug in its final position, use the same thing as you would use with a saddle cloth. Always make your last position a backward move, so that the hair underneath the rug weighs in the direction that it should do. Otherwise, you're going to end up with an uncomfortable horse because its hair is going to be telling it that there's something on there, something like a fly, and you're going to get non-existent issues, sort of thing. Come on. Good girl, well done. Now, this particular sweat rug doesn't have any more fixings than the chest and a roller which will go round between her legs. But it does have a fitted string at the back. And unless you take the tail and move it over the top of the fitted string, you're going to find it very difficult to go to the toilet because there's not enough strength in the tail to lift it high enough to clear the string. So to do that, we just take an arm, gently slide it across the top of her hind legs, pull the tail until you get up the fitted string. Then we can move to the chest and just gently drop the chest, like so. And lastly, we'll put a roller on. Now rollers are just elasticated girths, for want of a better word, that are adjustable for length and have a clip at either end to clip together to keep the rug in place. Okay. When you have a roller, it's important, or a single or any other strap that goes under the horse's body, it's important that it is clean, and when it's in position, it's not twisted, because both of these things can cause a lot of irritation to the most sensitive area of the horse, which is under the barrel. Okay? And remember too that a lot of horses are ticklish under here and don't particularly take to being handled like this. Also, some rollers have a couple of foam rubber pads on them. about 6 or 8 inches apart. And that part of the roller is designed to clear the horse's spine and not put any pressure on that area of the horse. So the way to apply the rollers with the pads, and they're always closer to one end than they are the other, is to put them across the spine and let the long end of the roller dangle down on the offside of the horse. Now that should stay in position while you dive under, grab the roller and pull it up. Now some people are understandably nervous about doing that with the horse, getting down that close, getting between the legs. So what you can do is you can use something like an umbrella or a walking stick just to reach under and hook the roller up the horse. And that's how your rug goes on. Oh, and by the way, some people, when they're desensitising their horses to things like umbrellas and walking sticks and whips, will go like this and just tickle the horse on the back, which is okay with Baker because she's done it loads of times. But if your horse is a bit nervous or a bit worried about this, you can use what I call the Sergeant Major principle. You put one end of the umbrella in your hand, tuck the other end securely under your arm. You can then stroke your horse with the end of the umbrella, okay, and just gently move backwards. That way it's a lot less stressful on the horse. And that can go for anything, whether it's a whip, a stick, an umbrella, or even just a walking stick. Now, there are some straps on rugs that go from front to back, diagonally across the horse's belly. Others have a single surcingle, but most have leg straps at the back, which go around the upper part of the horse's hind leg instead of the billet string that this sweat rug has. Now horses, if they're worried or if they're feeling strange feelings at the base of the lower leg, hind leg, there is always a chance that they might strike out at you. Okay. So one of the most important things you should do when you first strike up a friendship with your horse is desensitise them to being handled at the rear end. Now all mares actually like pressure on their rump, and nearly every horse I've ever met has loved having the inside of its leg scratched. In fact, Bailey loves it so much that she will actually lift the leg to have a hoof attended to that way rather than passing it. Okay. So, pay special amount of attention to the inside faces of the hind legs. When you come to take the rug off the horse, make sure the roller or the surcingle is removed. Always check that the straps that go around the hind leg to hold the rug at the back are released. Then just release the rug at the front, across the chest, and slide it backwards off the horse. Okay? If you don't check that these straps are released, you can end up with a situation where they're caught around the horse's leg and you get absolute panic in the stable. And that's about it, isn't it? That's about all there is to putting a rug onto a horse. I spent 15 minutes with you on film, now I've got half an hour of cleaning up to do.